My name is Laura.
I'm Ademdem Mo Shawley.
My name is Andrew Phillips.
And I'm running for VP Media.
And I'm running for Vice President Media.
And I'm applying for the role of VA, Vice President Media.
I think I have a lot of good ideas about how to improve all three platforms, starting with a massive recruitment drive, because I think an issue that the biggest issue for all three platforms is probably a lack of volunteers, which can be seen by content not being regularly updated on the website and the amount of shows that don't end up happening for the radio because people drop out, which is obviously understandable, but if we have more volunteers then we can have people to sub in if necessary, and it's just about creating more diverse content. If we have more volunteers then we have better content.
I've kind of always wanted to do this since the midpoint second year, but mostly I want to do it because I want to create more of I want to push Pulse to be more creative throughout the whole platform. I accept the fact that I'm not exactly more technical, I lack on the technical side, but when it comes to ideas and innovation, I feel like there is a lot I can bring to all three platforms.
It was something I've actually always wanted to do, right from when I first heard about them. And now it's one of these situations where it's last year, so I thought I'm going to have a go. I think I'm going to regret not having a go. And I think I can just add my experience to the job, and I think that there's a lot of improvements that can be made that I can help make.
Drive, and I really want to create more benefits for joining, which is another point in my manifesto, is to network more with the local media organisations around Preston. For example, we have the Lancashire Evening Post and Lancashire One and things like that, to sort of enrich volunteers, maybe look into placements. I think getting more students involved is the biggest thing. Like I said, with more volunteers we can do so much more of everything. There's more ideas being floated around, there's different levels of talents, there's different kinds of talents and abilities that can all come together and bounce off each other to create more diverse content.
I want to achieve to create more of a managerial role throughout all platforms, so I want to have managers on the team and then create more jobs for volunteers, so there's more of a hierarchy throughout all platforms. So managers actually act as managers and lead the volunteers to what they need to do, rather than managers just doing everything. I want
the media itself to be more online, more socially engaging. I feel that social media is not used enough here. I think that we're stuck here a little bit still. Not in modern times, it's still a bit old-fashioned. I think we need to be online more, engaging with students more. I think as a student union we all need to pull together as one, and online I think is the key to doing that.
Well, my background is in journalism, so I have a pretty good idea of different kinds of journalism, so both TV, radio and also print. I've also been deputy editor of the paper this year, and I've been on the paper previously in editor capacity, so I have a lot of experience. I know a lot about the brand.
As I said, I think I can bring a lot of creativity and new ideas. I feel like Caitlin's done an amazing job, and what I mainly want to do is add to what she's already done. So I have a lot of ideas for TV and radio and the paper, which include the whole of the SU and the university. So I want to bring in the societies into Pulse. I want to bring sports into Pulse. I want to elaborate and put on a platform and celebrate all the amazing talent that we have at UCLan that I feel that we not take advantage of, but we aren't exactly praising as much.
I like to think I can bring experience. I'm more of a mature student, so I feel I can bring, like I say, experience to the table, as well as my skills. I've worked at places like BBC and ITV, so I know the ins and outs of how journalism works. So I feel that I can bring a news element, a strong news base to here, and I can get students behind that. And I feel I can unite us all together as one to bring good media here.
Vote Laura Crichton, #1 for VP Media.
Vote Ademide Mo for Vice President Media.
Vote Andrew Phillips, #1 Vice President Media.